The remix. I am Aries. The remix. The remix. I am Aries. The remix. The remix.
The night returned stillness, yet this stillness cannot calm Shadow, as she is visibly upset. Q keeps his attention on her. She fights off the covers and shoots out of the bed. Within seconds, she pauses as she sits next to her toy chest. Reluctantly, she delicately opens the toy chest with tear-filled eyes, to only see a missing light bright and a few remaining pegs. Then she spots her toy horse. She grabs it and looks at it. At this moment, her tears seem to stop, and she rushes back to bed. When she lays down, Q whimpers and tries to lick her face. Appreciative of her dog's comfort, she hugs and pets him. Shadow tells him quietly, "I love you, Q," and lays back down. As she recovers herself with her bed linen, Q, as always, is in a protective mode. He lays down at the bend of her legs and covers her with his paw as he faces the door. Both Shadow and Q can hear the dramatic conversations. She begins to force her attention on her horse and Q while gently rocking herself to sleep to block out the voices.
Her times tables
Still,
wouldn't be so damn
all she hears in the background are angry complaints about her.
She's stupid.
Shadow continues with
because
all
she's
her
too busy
might
hanging around your damn
to fight
bar,
herself into a lull as the mumbled
filling
voices
her
of
head with
discord
fantasies.
fade away. Shadow now purposely and forcibly begins to fill her head with good times. These turn into dream sequences. The first is at a bowling alley receiving lessons on how to bowl. She keeps an excellent scorecard and rolls continuous gutter balls. Shadow doesn't care, as she admires her uncle's ability to hit the pen with
Oh yeah,
ease
penny.
as his friends
Ha
cheered
ha,
and
man.
groaned. Like memories, her dreams shift to playing golf as she drives her ball straight into the woods. Her uncle points to the woods for her to get the ball. She pouts and looks in the direction of his pointer finger and then looks back and says, "But Uncle Junie." He raises his hand a second time and points to the woods. She makes a face with a dissatisfying grunt and walks towards the woods. Next in her dreams are the sounds of jazz music playing over a car radio. And then another song begins to play. She knows this one and begins to sing. Her uncle is
Yo,
surprised for the first time. He
you
sees
go,
his
girl.
niece can sing. He compliments her as she begins to sing even louder. The dream sequence fades out with them singing together. Next is a view of a hallway from Shadow's room, where you see her coming out ever so curiously, for she is following her intuition and peeking around the banister. There is a view of her Uncle Junie with his horse sister waiting in a driveway. Shadow, pleasantly surprised and excited to see them. Without approval, she makes her way to literally floating down the stairs as she flies out the house, with Q in tow, as he begins to sit on the porch, preparing for her return. Sister is slightly bowing, as Shadow can barely place her foot in the stirrups, while reaching for her uncle's hand. He pulls her up. She grabs on tight to his waist, and they trot off through the urban city, heading towards the country stables. The dream sequence bends into the evening scene of Shadow leaving the horse stables. Shadow's uncle is leading the way to the car. Disappointment that it is time to go. Shadow is dragging her feet through the loose soil away from the stall while carrying her toy horse. Looking back at Sister in the stall, wishing she could stay. Sister is bobbing her head up and down while giving slight neighs, as if she's gesturing that she doesn't want her to leave either. Without turning around,
Okay,
her uncle
okay.
shouts out.
Come on,
Her
Shadow.
face lights up as she begins to look ahead toward her uncle. After she blows a kiss towards Sister, see you later, sister, she turns around and begins to skip toward her Uncle Junie. He bends down to grab her, and he swings her up and places her on his shoulders. As her Uncle Junie begins to turn and twirl her around, Shadow extends her arms wide, one hand open to catch the air, the other hand holds her toy horse, which is an exact replica of Sister. She makes a gallop through the air. At this point, a mixture of cheers and laughter is shared between them, as all of these dream sequences come to a
Hold
fade.
on, Shadow.
It is the
Hold on.
dawning of a new day. As Shadow's room begins to fill with sunlight, a view of her facial expressions become clearer. She's happy. She's relaxed. She even smiles as it slowly reveals a missing front tooth.